My partner called me unattractive right in front of his buddies and ended things with me at a fancy restaurant, walking out and leaving me stuck with the entire check. As he left, he shouted loudly, "Someone like you ought to feel lucky I even went out with you for this long." I just smiled quietly and waited without reacting. This morning, my phone was flooded with 13 missed calls. Everyone, I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything that went down last weekend. I keep going over it in my mind, questioning whether I somehow made it all up. But no. My overdrawn credit card and the chocolate ice cream smudges on my sofa prove it was completely real. For background, I'd been dating Alex for 2 years. 2 full years, not just some short-term thing. We had our usual routine figured out. Lazy Netflix sessions on Sundays, uncomfortable family gatherings during holidays, even that strange couples yoga session he wanted to try, which we both were terrible at, honestly. Our relationship wasn't flawless, whose is, but I believed we were stable. We'd even discussed possibly sharing an apartment this summer. He had those small, irritating habits, like leaving his socks scattered all over, sending texts while watching films, and offering those helpful remarks about how I looked. Things like "that top makes your arms appear larger," or "have you considered a new haircut?" I always dismissed it as him simply being straightforward. Wow, the old version of me was way too accommodating. So last Friday, Alex messaged me about joining him for dinner with a couple of colleagues. He'd never really brought me into his professional circle before, always claiming it wasn't appropriate or something. So I was genuinely looking forward to it. I even bought a fresh outfit, goodbye to my savings, and took ages preparing. I'm talking complete beauty tutorials from YouTube, using the high-end hair straightener I save for important events, everything. I arrived at this upscale restaurant in the city center. The type with minuscule servings and menus without prices listed. Warning sign number 1. Alex was already seated with 2 guys from his office, Mike and Jordan. The second I approached the table, the atmosphere felt off. Alex hardly noticed me. Just a partial rise from his seat and a brief, "You're running behind." I was only 2 minutes late due to terrible parking. I took my seat and he eyed my clothes and said, "Oh, that's what you chose." And not in a whisper either. His friends shared a glance and I instantly felt my cheeks burning. Just so you know, I had on a navy dress that I believed suited me well, nothing outrageous or unsuitable. I attempted to brush it off with a laugh like, did I miss some dress requirement? But he merely shrugged and mentioned they'd already requested starters. Great. The following hour was mostly Alex discussing office matters I didn't follow while his friends agreed. Whenever I tried to contribute, Alex would either speak over me or correct whatever I'd said. At one moment, I brought up a client from my shop and Alex cut in with, "She doesn't truly understand real corporate operations," accompanied by a dismissive gesture. As if working in retail wasn't legitimate. I've been a store manager for 3 years. I was growing increasingly uneasy, wondering if Alex had always been this patronizing and I'd simply overlooked it, or if he was putting on a show for his buddies. Either way, it wasn't flattering. Then Mike asked how we first met, and I began sharing the tale of how his colleague Vanessa, who's my closest friend, set us up. Alex interrupted me halfway and declared, yeah, Vanessa took pity on her. I was basically doing her a kindness, then chuckled. Everyone, my heart sank. That wasn't remotely accurate. Vanessa had actually cautioned me about Alex's arrogance before introducing us, but insisted he was decent deep down. Clearly, he wasn't. I stepped away to the restroom, mainly to avoid breaking down in front of them. I was in a cubicle messaging Vanessa like, what on earth is going on? When I saw alert that Alex had checked in at the restaurant on Instagram, tagging it as Guy's Night. As if I wasn't present. Vanessa rang me right away, but I declined because I didn't want the men to hear my sobs. I rinsed my face, touched up my makeup, and gave myself a quiet encouragement in the mirror to endure the meal gracefully. When I returned, they were all chuckling about something, but went silent as I sat. Wonderful. The server delivered our entrees and Alex continued with jabs about my selection. I chose pasta, one of the cheaper items since I was concerned about the cost, and he kept remarking things like fueling up on carbs for a race, and that's quite a selection for your figure. Every remark stung a bit more, piling up. By then, I was hardly touching my food, just moving it around and timing how soon I could escape. Then Jordan asked Alex about a work project, and Alex went on about how his manager adored his contributions, and he was essentially heading the initiative now. Something registered in my head. The prior week, Alex had been anxious about that exact project, claiming his part was minor and he was worried. Now abruptly he was the standout. It felt like he was in some made-up reality where he starred. Then the check arrived. The server placed it down and Alex glanced at it briefly, then pushed it toward me. I assumed he was just pointing out the amount. But then he stated, and I'll always remember this. "You know, I don't believe this is going anywhere." I looked at him, expecting a joke. There wasn't. "I've been attempting to keep this going, but I'm no longer attracted to you. We should end it right there in the restaurant, in front of his colleagues after 2 years. Who acts like that?" I was totally shocked. "Are you for real right now? This is your chosen way?" He rose, took his coat, and said, my stomach still knots recalling it. "Someone like you should feel fortunate I stuck around this long. You're hardly a catch." Then he and his friends simply exited. They all departed together, still laughing, leaving me alone with a $347 tab for their premium starters and expensive drinks. The server approached with such a sympathetic expression that it worsened everything. I settled it with my credit card, already burdened from holiday spending, fantastic, and somehow reached my car without fully breaking down. I rang Vanessa from the lot, crying so intensely she barely understood me initially. She arrived at my place immediately with ice cream and wine. True friend. Between heavy sobs and comfort eating, I recounted it all. She was furious. I had to persuade her not to go to Alex's and confront him. That's when she grew serious. She kept probing about what Alex had mentioned regarding his job, the project, his position. Finally, she said, "Sabrina, I hate to break this to you, but Alex isn't the person he claims to be professionally." It turned out Alex wasn't some rising marketing expert on track for advancement. He was a junior assistant handling errands and scheduling. All those supposed trips, made up. The major presentation. He merely prepared the visuals for the real presenters. The impressive title on his LinkedIn, entirely invented. I felt so foolish. For 2 years, this man had fabricated nearly everything, and I'd never doubted it. What else was false? That evening after Vanessa went home, I turned into a full investigator. I reviewed our old messages, pictures, all of it. Countless discrepancies I'd ignored. Remarks about finances that didn't match. Evenings he said he was working late, but his location indicated elsewhere. I couldn't rest. I replayed that restaurant scene repeatedly. How diminished he made me feel. How embarrassed I was. Around 3 a.m. I received a message from an unknown number. "Hi, it's Jordan from Alex's work. Vanessa shared your contact. There's information you need to hear." That's when it became truly intriguing. First follow-up. First, huge thanks for all the kind words on my previous share. I actually teared up reading many. Positively. Many of you wanted an update, so here's the continuation of this insane ordeal. So after learning from Jordan, Alex's colleague, that my partner of 2 years was essentially existing in a self-made delusion, I spent the following days in that heavy breakup haze. You know it, where you switch between tears and staring blankly. My place was a mess. Plates stacked, clothes everywhere, and about 7 delivery bags since preparing food seemed impossible. The hardest was those instants where I'd think of a joke to send Alex, then recall what occurred. And it hit like a fresh breakup. My thoughts looped on, did that really happen? And how did I miss the signs? I'd also stayed off social platforms because I knew Alex would share something irritating. But Wednesday, I finally checked Instagram. Sure enough, there was Alex with a workout selfie captioned, "Elevate yourself, recognize your value," the nerve. I almost hurled my phone. Vanessa visited that night with food and found me bundled in my blanket like a depressed rat. She's been incredible throughout, ensuring I eat properly, hearing my repeated vents without ever saying she warned me, though she had doubts about Alex early on. While eating, Vanessa shared her chats with Jordan. They'd been messaging frequently, and he had major gossip. Per Jordan, Alex had told the office he ended it because I was needy and constantly hinting at marriage. Excuse me. I wasn't the one who created a Pinterest board named Dream House Plans. Yes, Alex had one, pretending it was for a client project. Then Jordan revealed the big shock. Alex wasn't merely exaggerating his role. He was on disciplinary review for claiming others' work and could soon be let go. Those extended hours, desperately correcting errors before detection. Those trips, non-existent. I was absorbing this when my phone rang. It was Linda, Alex's mother. I nearly ignored it, uncomfortable, but decided to handle it maturely. Linda had always been warm to me, remembering my birthday and genuinely inquiring about my life. She sounded worried and asked if things were all right with Alex. Apparently, he told his relatives we'd had a minor disagreement but were okay. Minor. The guy publicly shamed me, broke up in front of others, and left me with a huge bill. I kept it general, saying we needed distance to avoid involving her. Then she noted Alex's birthday meal on Saturday and how the family couldn't wait to see me. Everyone, I almost gagged on my noodles. Alex had informed his family we were still a couple and I'd attend his birthday gathering. It was at their home and he'd said we had exciting announcement. After ending the call, I was stunned while Vanessa stared like I was crazy. She asked, "Is he unhinged or a compulsive liar?" I was pondering the same. That's when we devised the strategy. I wouldn't simply avoid his relatives. They'd been good to me and they needed the truth about Alex. But I wouldn't create drama or seek revenge. I'd just show up as invited and allow facts to emerge organically. The following day, Jordan met me for coffee. A bit strange since we'd only known each other via Alex, but he was nice. He verified everything and shared more on Alex's professional deceptions. The group Alex said he managed was really him and 2 juniors. The key presentation last month. He just ran the slides while his manager spoke. Jordan appeared truly sorry for me, noting Alex's tailies about me always seemed strange. Apparently, Alex complained at work that I was demanding, when actually I'd covered most outings lately. Because Alex said he was short on funds, which now likely meant poor money management. During our talk, Jordan received a message from their supervisor requesting he come in Saturday night for an urgent task. Jordan was disappointed about canceling plans, but then I suggested something. What if Jordan had to deliver materials to Alex's parents during the birthday event? Timing ideal. As we planned, my phone notified a message from Alex, first since the restaurant. It read, "We should discuss what occurred." I may have reacted too strongly. May have, I showed Jordan, who almost choked on his drink. Reacted too strongly is for minor irritations, not publicly degrading your partner of 2 years and saddling her with a massive tab. I ignored it, let him worry. The next couple days involved readying myself. I wouldn't arrive unprepared. I searched old conversations, locating all inconsistencies, dates of claimed conferences that weren't real, fabricated colleague stories Jordan confirmed. Even images Alex shared of office events actually grabbed from company site. Friday evening, Vanessa helped choose clothes. Admit it, part of me wanted to look stunning to rub it in, but we chose nice but effortless. We picked a basic black dress Alex once called ordinary, which I now see was his backhanded tactic since others always praised it. I hardly slept that night. What if it went wrong? What if his family sided with him? What if I couldn't follow through? By Saturday, I'd bitten my nails short and imagined countless outcomes. Around midday, Alex messaged again, excited for tonight. Dress nicely. My family can't wait. I didn't reply, let him assume. I prepped that afternoon with mixed nerves and eagerness. Vanessa styled my hair and encouraged me when I wavered. At 5:30, I drove to their house. I stopped once as my hands shook too much. I paused, using breathing techniques from an app I'd installed but ignored. Was this insane? Should I just cut contact and proceed normally? But recalling him at his birthday, likely spinning some false narrative, perhaps victimizing himself, strengthened me. I arrived at 6:15, deliberately late, knowing it'd bother Alex. Multiple cars in drive, full family present. I checked my reflection, breathed deeply, and approached the door. Alex's father answered with a warm grin and embrace, guiding me in. The home smelled of Linda's signature roast, and momentarily I felt sorrow. I truly enjoyed Alex's relatives, and this might be farewell. Entering the living area, there was Alex, glass in hand, mid-chuckle with his cousin. He stiffened seeing me, obviously surprised I'd appear despite his claims. His expression was priceless. Brief terror before forcing a grin and approaching with a rigid hug, whispering, "You showed up. We must speak alone." I smiled and said audibly so all heard that I couldn't miss his special day, particularly since he'd mentioned big announcement. His face paled. Linda excitedly asked if it meant what she hoped. His sister gave a knowing glance. His dad teased about grandchildren soon. Alex clutched my arm firmly and tried leading me away. But his mom announced food ready, everyone's seat. As we settled at the table, Alex eyeing me warily, my phone alerted from Jordan. En route, 15 minutes. Alex whispered harshly, "Why are you here?" "After the restaurant." I smiled warmly and said loudly enough, "Oh, I couldn't pass telling your family about that restaurant evening, Alex. They'd surely want details." His sheer terror as his mom served food, every anxious moment worth it. Here we go, second follow-up. Finally sharing the birthday dinner events, apologies for wait. Needed recovery time after the chaos, Plus, my internet was unreliable since neighbor used my Wi-Fi and apparently streamed endlessly. Last spot. Me at the table with Alex's family as he fretted over my words. So there I was with Alex's relatives, parents Linda and Robert, sister Kayla, grandma, and two cousins I confuse names. Table full with Linda's renowned roast, creamy potatoes I'd craved, and elegant salad mostly for show. Initial 20 minutes tense. Alex attempted dominating talk while glaring warnings. I smiled and offered rolls, relishing his nervous tick when I spoke. Immature, perhaps. Rewarding, definitely. Linda kept chat going, thank her. Inquired about my relatives, work, normal topics. When she noted pride in Alex's advancement, I almost spat water. Glanced at Alex, face matching beat color. Alex interjected on team success and manager preparing him for higher role. I nodded, watching him deep in the hole. Robert, usually reserved, asked about a client deal Alex supposedly headed. Alex's reply vague corporate jargon meaning nothing. Sister Kayla met my eyes. She's the doubter, fact-checks and confronts lies. She arched brow like, seriously. Then Linda raised future plans, asking about our announcement and next steps. Alex nearly fumbled utensil, muttering bad timing. Grandma, no filter, and my favorite, asked directly about cohabitation since Alex mentioned apartment hunting. Again, unknown to me. We'd barely joked about merging streaming subscriptions for savings. Alex shifted to boasting company expense card. I couldn't resist asking authorized expenses types. He mumbled client meals, events. Then I remarked casually, speaking of meals, Alex brought me to that great spot last week. Name again, dear, with Mike and Jordan. His face drained rapidly. Before reply, doorbell, ideal. Linda answered, happily surprised, oh, Jordan, hello. Alex appeared faint-ready. Jordan entered with documents, professional attire. Apologized for disrupting birthday but urgent signatures needed for Monday. Linda invited him for dessert later. Alex tried rushing him out, but Robert said handle at table, family present. Jordan took seat beside me, which I'd saved on purpose. Alex gripped utensil tightly. Then Robert asked Jordan about the presentation Alex allegedly led. Jordan paused, understood, glanced between us, decided. Said it succeeded, but manager presented. Alex and others assisted. Robert confused, not matching Alex's version. I added, asking Jordan on Alex's promotion. Jordan, uncomfortable between colleague loyalty and truth, shifted napkin, vague on changes. Alex fake laughed, topic shift to anything, but Kayla pressed. Asked Jordan directly Alex's title, following quiet thick, everyone aware. Jordan eyed Alex pleading, then me, I subtle nod. He sighed, stated administrative assistant in marketing. Quiet intense. Robert slowly lowered utensil. Grandma huffed. Kayla whispered suspected. Alex defended, claiming Jordan mistaken, multiple duties complex. But floodgates opened. Family questioned specifics he evaded. Promotion when? None. Team? No. Office mentioned. Imaginary. Each query unraveled more. He glared at me blaming, fueling my resolve for truth. Linda tried calming, suggested dessert happier topics. As she fetched, Kayla asked me on restaurant mention. My chance, deep breath, shared all. Invitation to meet friends, constant belittling, public breakup. Abandoning with $347 tab I struggled to pay. Alex interrupted often, but Dad silenced with disappointed stare. Alex claimed exaggeration, victim playing. I shamed him by not blending. Bill taught responsibility. Grandma scoffed last. Jordan, mostly silent, confirmed, added hearing Alex boast, putting me down. Even showed coworker text proof. Linda returned with cake amid Alex victim narrative. Placed down, asked, missed. Silence. Then Dad quietly said family honesty discussion needed. Alex erupted, full outburst. Accused me turning family against Jordan betrayal, all envious success. What success? Knocked glass, pointed yelling someone like me lucky he tolerated. Mom gasped. Grandma muttered strongly. Sister shook head unsurprised. I remained composed, said only grateful seeing true him. Alex stormed out, slamming door, cracking wall decoration. Aftermath oddly calm. Linda apologized repeatedly. Robert weary sad. Kayla cleaned spill. Jordan sorry awkwardness but couldn't allow lies. Strangest, they urged me stay dessert. We ate birthday cake sans birthday person. Normally bizarre but not. Post-dessert helped Linda kitchen. She apologized endlessly, unaware extent lies, heartbroken over son. Felt sympathy, no parent wants such realization. Asked prior signs, admitted hindsight red flags, ignored wanting best view. Leaving, Dad aside thanked honesty, apologized son's actions. Seemed lost on parenting failure, assured not their fault, Alex's decisions. Jordan walked me car, likely sensing need process. Driveway mentioned Alex work issues months, stealing ideas, faking contributions, emails. Final warning possible firing. Suddenly desperate success facade sensible. Identity false achievements. Almost pitied, almost. Thank Jordan's support drove home exhausted yet relieved, like removing tight shoes end day. Home, 3 missed Vanessa update calls. About ringing when Alex text, you destroyed all, not finished. Ignored, blocked, T should frightened upset but weary, bit proud standing up, thought concluded. But morning phone exploded 13 missed. From mom, sister, Jordan unknowns, something overnight. Frantic voicemails indicated Alex fully unraveled. Final update, ready explain 13 calls, thanks patience processing. Laptop surprise long update when writing. Last, woke Sunday post-dinner chaos, phone flooded calls family Jordan. Initially thought emergency, stomach dropped scrolling. 5 Linda, 3 Kayla, 2 Jordan, 3 unknown. Called Linda first, most concerned voicemails pleading return. Answered immediately, weary, post storming, Alex binged. Appeared exes, place 2 a.m. drunk, ranting life ruined by me. Ex unknown existence, alarmed, called Kayla retrieve. Worse, Alex messaged nearly all contacts unhinged. Threatened Jordan career ruin. Good luck nearing fired. Posted lengthy Facebook rant surrounded betrayers regret. Most worrying, messaged addressed to friend Mike planning payback humiliation. Mike decent, alerted Linda forwarded, reason urgent contact. Couch pajamas messy hair processing while Linda apologized endlessly son's actions. Should scared, but drained. Like phone lingering 1% awaiting shutdown recharge. Linda insisted visit ensure safe, sweet but panic tidy prompted. Motivation knowing mom viewing mess. Tossed laundry closet scrubbed sink when doorbell. Not just Linda, Kayla too. Brought coffee bakery treats, maybe most missed from Alex era. Sat wobbly kitchen table long fix needed, detailed Alex. Kayla said pattern not first. College claimed sports team actually cut. Pretended interest popular unaware him. Habit fabricating superior self. Talking, phone friends buzzed seen Alex meltdown. Vanessa panicked wanted over boyfriend martial arts backup. Too many thrillers. Group chat exploded confused subtweets. Doorbell again, froze thinking Alex. Kayla checked, relieved Jordan. Alex harassing him too, warned personally possible visit. So me, mom, sister, coworker living room, Sunday managing tantrum man exposed lies. If less stressful, hilarious. Explaining outsider absurd. Jordan noted boss aware social rants, screenshots forwarded, Monday interesting. Kayla concerned job loss escalation. Doorbell again manager awkward. Alex lobby scene demanding access. Refused threatened police, Alex left yelling insults audible floor. Linda crushed, apologized didn't know raising failure. Terrible her realizing son major issues. Kayla practical advised document escalation. Discussing when notification Alex tagged story, despite warnings opened. Old photo me asleep couch open mouth captioned, Miss Flawless ruined birthday not flawless. Someone like you lucky photos taken. His revenge, old mildly bad picture. Laughed aloud surprising Linda, if worst fine, discussing steps loud door knock, all startled. Alex voice slurred no inside open. Jordan rose confront sweet unnecessary, called building security apartment perk. Alex pounded yelled neighbor checked. Security arrived Alex kicked door. Guard firm leave or police. Argument then quiet. Guard confirmed left but possibly lot waiting. Linda mortified insisted handle son. Happy oblige. Upset Robert fetched both. Situation pitiful. After left Jordan I stunned quiet couch. Broke asking alcohol appropriate morning. Shared saved wine special occasion qualified. Jordan left afternoon emotionally drained. Vanessa overnight case return. None thank goodness. Pizza bad TV process life drama, weeks adjustment. Alex fired no-show days inappropriate emails coworkers. Temporarily parents Kayla updates occasional coffee cool. Alex contacted voicemails angry tearful nostalgic. Saved no reply. Fake accounts messages obvious blocked. Strangest target encounter month later. Home aisle curtains suddenly him socks disheveled. Eye contact thought seen. Instead turned abandoned basket walked. 3 months passed. Alex relocated uncle another state per Linda holiday cards sweet awkward. Social quiet. Kayla believes parents financial cutoff therapy required. Me good actually. Apartment mine rearranged replaced reminders. Strangest Cody friendship. Not romantic Vanessa pushes lunch texts funny videos. Nice shared saga understands massive trust issues now, reflecting not angry mainly, also oddly thankful. Not dating Alex no, but discovering truth before deeper. Imagine cohabitation shudder.